What's up, y'all? What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Joey Digital here, out here. Got the beach sun going in the back. What is good, y'all? Just want to go ahead and send y'all some positive energy, frequencies, and vibrations. You already know where I'm at. I'm at the amazing, luxurious ocean. I thought I was gonna come down here and film. I ended up hopping on a call, so I was like, you know what? As I finished up my call, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and just go live real quick and send y'all some great energy, man. Look at this energy, man. It is beautiful out here. Sun is going down. I'm not complaining about the sand being too hot. You know, I'm out here, be hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I got the sun glaring. Look at that. Look at that. Bang. I might come back out here tomorrow and shoot my videos and do all that stuff. You know, but yeah, man, amazing conversation to have with my brother, man. Super happy to connect with the family, you know, lock in. And I just love seeing everybody out here doing their thing. Amazing stuff, man. You know, I am here at the Fort Lauderdale beach, as you all can see. Seashell necklace on. I got the metaphysics going still and all. But y'all can't see them, but they around. You know what I mean? Um, I am feeling really good. I'm loving. There's so many people out here, and I'm loving the balance of it being so many people. Sun going down. I see some boats over there. I don't know if y'all can see. Y'all can't see. See right there. Some stuff going on back there. It's kind of far distance. I don't even know what you call those kind of boats. They got a sail on it though. A lot of sailboats going on in the mix. What's going on, everybody? Joey Digital in the mix. Just want to say what's up with y'all. See what is good with you all out here. A lot of people taking pictures. A lot of people taking pictures. A lot of people playing music. You know, over there, vibing out. Um, Just want to send y'all some positive energy, see what is good with you all. Hoping, wishing, praying that you all are having a super blessed and abundant day in the mix, all right? And I just want to send y'all positive energy, frequency, and vibrations in this moment in hopes that your day is as amazing as you all already are, all right? And I'm here, feeling great, here with you all, the collective, doing even better. And, you know, I'm guessing everybody's leaving. I guess, you know, everybody's leaving the beach. Some people are showing up to the beach. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on. I was saying that I was gonna hop on earlier when I got to the beach, but I've been here for probably about an hour or so. And I probably should have went live then. I should have went live then. Got a lot of motorcycle action going on. I don't know what's going on with all that, but you know, yeah, it's the vibe is so good down here, man. I'm just down here, just getting a lot of inspiration from, you know, the hydromancy that's going on, staring into the ocean and calling forth lots of affirmations, positivity, and good energy. And I'm very excited about the path of positivity coming in this moment. All right, I was talking a little bit earlier about the change in the energy, and I was talking about the there was three things I was talking about earlier. I was talking about the blue moons that we had. I was talking about the summer solstice, and I was speaking about the Mercury retrogrades that we have been experiencing. And this is the outcome. You know, you see the positive energy, you see the people out here. There's so many people in the ocean. Oh man, hold on, let me go over here real quick. I want to show y'all real fast. I'm running backwards, don't be laughing at me. Look at all these people over there. Look at all of that. So many people down that way, you know. And it's just, it's a really good vibe, you know, that I'm picking up on while I'm out here. I always love coming to the beach. One of my many favorite places that I love to come to in the heart of nature. And I just love to bring with you all this positive energy. I don't know why I was about to say cosmic energy. Is it cosmic? Y'all let me know in the comment section. But anyways, the positive energy that comes when you're anywhere in nature, it doesn't have to necessarily be here at the ocean. This is my preferred place. This is where I love going. This is where I love coming to, is the ocean. And it's a time of change. It's a time of acceptance as far as your positive energy and coming into your ascension, your growth, your things that you love, okay? And that energy, frequency, and vibration acclimating into everything that you are currently doing. All right, there's a lot of us that have been going into, how's it going? How's it going? Hello, hello. I see you down there. Okay, I see the comments. How you doing? Hoping, wishing, praying that you are having a blessed day. I'm just talking about how the energy is finally where it needs to be in regards to not having to work to get things to be positive. Everything is just automatically positive, okay? It's all about perspective. It's all about how you are perceiving what it is you are experiencing, okay? And being in your zone when it comes to creating the reality that you wish to traverse, okay? Go ahead and hit that like button. You know, I have been really just taking in a lot of different vibes as far as like positivity, positive vibes, positive frequencies, positive vibrations as of late. And you know, I've been recognizing and realizing that I am the magnet. I am the one perceiving these things coming toward me. And maybe, not maybe, but you have been doing the same thing yourself as well. And it comes from being in a space where you are very clear with yourself, where you are very clear with what it is you are looking to experience. All right. And one thing that I love about the summer solstice, all right, this is the first time I've really ever really been super deep in the energy. I love being in this energy because it is, how's it going? I see you down there. How you doing? Sending you positive energy. What is going on? Thank you so much for hitting that like button. All right. You know, one thing that I love about being in this energy, in this summer solstice energy, is because I've heard the word before, but I've never embodied it. I've never, you know, I don't want to say never because I'm embodying it now. Okay. This energy that is coming in is very uplifting. It's very positive. It's very energetic. When I think about this energy, I always think about, for those of us who have cellular phones, you know, cell phones, doesn't matter what kind of phone. You ever think of those pads that you put your phone down on, where you put the phone down on the pad, or you put your earphones on the pad or whatever? That's kind of how I've been feeling when I come out into nature during this time frame, okay? During this time space. Now, we have the sun going right here, and I'm going to turn you over right here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but the moon is starting to show right there. But, all right, you can't really see it. Maybe when as the sun goes down, you'll see the moon. That's a confirmation, too, you know, where the universe, God is showing us that we are living in not only duality, it's duality when you are perceiving things, but it's singularity when you are talking about what it is you are living, okay? We are living in a time where there are two different realities going on, okay? Now I'm looking at the moon right now. It's kind of hard to see here. And you have the sun over there. And even though both sides can be perceived, both sides have their own energy, all right? You, as the one perceiving everything, is, as the integrator, you are bringing all of that into one experience, all right? Thank y'all so much for hitting that like button. You know, when I talk about singularity, when I talk about integration, I'm talking about every experience that you experience throughout your day. At the beginning of your day or at the end of your day, you always are doing a tally, doing a score, looking at what it is you learned, looking at who it is you've become, looking at yourself as a whole to see where you've grown, where you have grown, where you have shown progress, where you have been compassionate toward other people. Um, there's a lot of positive energy that has been coming through this week. Like, there's something that happened. I was gonna share it a few lives ago, a couple of days ago, but I guess I'm being called to share it right now. I was going to one of my favorite donut shops, right? I was going to one of my favorite donut shops, and I was getting some I was getting some donuts for the babies. You know, they love that type of stuff, man. And you know, I went in there and whatever, and there was this lady, right? She came in. She had, I was by myself as I was on my way to the babies, but I wasn't there yet. But my kids, for those of y'all who know, so I was in line, and this lady, she came in. This lady, she came in with her, I guess her grandchild, came in to the donut shop, and not gonna tell the whole story, but they were in a rush. They were in a rush. Me, I'm ear hustling. So I'm like, I'm always aware of my surroundings, but I just kind of overheard her, informing her grandson that they had to go, and so I opted to let them go in front of me. All right, I opted to let them go in front of me, and she insisted. She's like, no, that's okay, you can go ahead. And I was like, no, 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 it's all right. Go ahead. Do what you got to do because I'm still looking. This lady did the most amazing thing. It was so beautiful. She ordered what she wanted for herself, for her grandchild, and she let the person know that she was paying, that where she was paying for her items at. She let the person know. She said, hey, I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to also pay for the gentleman behind me. She was referring to me. And, I'm not even going to hold y'all, man. I almost cried, man, because I was just like, man, it's been so long since someone has done something so nice like that for myself. And, I was honest. I was like, hey, are you sure? Because I was going to get a dozen. I was going to get a dozen donuts. And the lady, she was so sweet. She's like, yeah, may God bless you, thank you so much, because I had so much that I had to get done. And it seemed like it was, taking a while to get to you. Thank you. And I'm just, it's the least I could do for you letting me go in front of you. And I was like, well, I truly appreciate it. And she's like, no problem, no problem, no problem. Thank you. And she paid, and she said, God bless you. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. So I'm standing there. I ordered, I picked out my 12 that I knew the babies would love. And it just was a beautiful feeling, because I've never had anybody. They call it paying it forward, right? That's what they call that. They call it paying it forward, but I never had that done for me, And I was like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was a little emotional about that, because I was like, man, that's beautiful, man, that somebody thought about me like that. Here I am. I'm thinking about the kids, getting something for the kids. And I didn't have no problem buying it. I've never been in a situation like that where somebody paid it forward for me. So I got my items and I'm leaving. And there was somebody behind me with two kids. And I walk off and I came back and I asked the lady, I said, if it's all right with you, is it okay? This is what I did. I said, if it's all right with you, could I pay for your food, whatever you're going to get? And the lady said, oh, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. And I got a chance to witness what I felt, somebody else feeling what I felt as well, you know. And, I paid for it. I didn't care what she ordered, whatever she ordered. I waited till they were done. I stayed out of the way. And then when they were done, when they were ready to pay, I paid for it. And the lady thanked me and her kids thanked me. Babies, I'm talking about, they would probably was like, could have been 2 or 3. They didn't understand what happened, but they could feel the energy. And it was just such a beautiful thing that, I remember seeing this in the past where everyone would call it paying it forward. And it was something that never happened to me before. And I said to myself, if I ever have that happen, I'm gonna do it for the person behind me. And it never happened all them years. And when it finally happened, I was very grateful to be able to be in a position to do that, where I can pay for somebody else, that someone that I never met before. I didn't know them. I didn't ask them what their name was or anything like that. I just wished them a blessed day, and they were very grateful. And I just been seeing how God, how the universe, how the source of creation had been working in my life ever since that day happened. Just a kind gesture, just an act of kindness just showed up in my life because I was considerate, just because I did a kind act for someone, and I was selfless, and I didn't put myself first. And and I just seen it just domino effect into my life, into my life, into my life. And it really opened up a plethora of different things to be grateful for, of gratitude, of appreciation. And I've really been in a really good space because of that. And you never, I always like to say you never know, but you always know, you always have an idea that when you do things nice for people, that things will happen nice for yourself. But it never happens in the form of reciprocity until you recognize when it does. And then it's like when it does, it just happens and happens and happens. And reciprocity, for those of y'all who know or who don't know, that is the moment where, as you're pouring into someone or something, that very thing or person is pouring back into yourself. All right. And it's a even exchange of energy, frequency, and vibration. I always talk about energy, frequency, and vibration. Definitely do research on Nikola Tesla. He speaks a lot about energy, frequency, and vibration, and how things are measured when you are using those components. All right. I was in a state of happiness when that happened, because I was in a space where just me letting someone go in front of me, just letting someone go in front of me. And my intentions are pure, right? My heart is full with love. My intentions are pure. I was already in there. I'm thinking about the kids. I'm thinking about, I like to light their day up, and put a smile on their face. So already intentionally, I'm in there. I'm thinking about them. And then I'm, not to toot my own horn, but I'm in there and I let someone go in front of me, because it doesn't matter. I'm not in a rush, you know. And this person did not have to do that for me. They could have easily just went on about their way and kept it moving. But they said, you know what? Just because you let me go first, I'm gonna pay for whatever you're getting. Don't worry about it. And the next best thing that I thought about doing was doing this very same thing for the person behind me. And I don't know if the person behind me did it for the next person. And once I did what I felt in my heart, there's no need to keep score or nothing like that. I don't have to know what happens um, going forward. I just know that I was present in that moment. I just know that I was able and willing, and it's something that I always wanted to be a part of. I always wanted to give or do something nice for someone. I just didn't think it would happen for me, and I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to receive that. And when I did, I was in gratitude, I was in appreciation, And you know, I thanked her, and I wished her the best day ever. Because she could have easily, like I said earlier, she could have easily just kept it moving and did her own thing. But because that was done for me, that shows me a lot about how I'm being perceived. Because we all can see ourselves, and we all see ourselves all the time, but you never know how other people are perceiving you. You never know how you are being looked at by others. And it just was a breath of fresh air to know that I'm being looked at with consideration, you know, and I can put myself in that situation where I can look at the next person with consideration, with love, with um, generosity, with genuine, positive um, intentions. You know, I'm kind of spinning y'all around. I want y'all to see what's going on. There's a lot of, I said it earlier, there's a lot of hydromancy going on right there. There's a lot of waves out there, a lot of vision work that's coming in whenever I look at the ocean. That's why I love coming out here to the ocean. All right, I love it out here. This is my heart space right here. If there's ever anything physical, this is where I love to come to calibrate, to balance, to recharge. I call this the recharge. This is where I come to recharge at. And I'm very happy to be out here. I'm very happy to share time and space with you, the collective. I'm very happy to have the. Oh, that's my brother. Oh, okay, he's texting me. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him when I'm done with the live. He was thanking me for the nice talk. Yeah, man. I always try to talk with him. I love my family, man. I always try to talk to my family at least once or twice a week. We'll chop it up, and I don't know if I told y'all that I was talking to him, but in the beginning of the live. But yeah, we was talking great stuff. I'll share with y'all in a little bit. I don't want to lose my train of thought, but I love coming out here. I love, you know, just seeing everybody here. It's a beautiful Sunday. The sun was cooking. The sun was cooking out here. Oh man. When it was hot earlier, forget it. Forget about it. South Florida, this is where I'm at. I'm in Fort Lauderdale Beach, man. If y'all out here, pull up. You know, I'm Fort Lauderdale Beach, the the magnificent one of the many most magnificent beaches ever created by the creator itself. Okay, so I'm sure that you, the collective, have been near another spectacular beach as well. So I like to put this in to the pantheon of some of one of the many great oceans. I love it here. I've been coming out here for the past 20, 25 years off and on. This is kind of the place where I got my inspiration. This is the place where I was inspired to start the ocean experience. All right, because for those of y'all who knew before, this channel used to be named the Experience Brand. The Experience Brand. I don't know what that was. Hit the like button. Oh, y'all been doing it. Okay, bet that up. Yeah, this channel used to be named the Experience Brand. All right, because when I first started this channel, I started it as a merch channel. I used to create a lot of merchandise. In my last live video, I was telling y'all a little bit about that I create artwork. I do digital art. I do t-shirt art. Very highly advanced, if I may say so myself, with the art. Very highly advanced with it. My hand is guided. You know, different. It's different. But I started it, and I really thought that I was gonna just make this a channel where I show y'all my merchandise, and I try to like upsell and just try to let y'all know, hey, this is what I got for sale, blah blah blah. But I was just like, you know what, I'm one of those type of people that I don't like really selling things online like that. Like I like, if I catch a sale here and there, that's beautiful. But I'm not the type of person to, get y'all to buy a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even though I love the stuff I create, and I'm very passionate about the stuff that I create, I just don't like pushing it on people like that, and pushing it on, not people, but pushing it on y'all, the collective. And then plus two, I started the channel, and then also, it was also, overall, it was a faceless channel. Like, it was one of those, as you call it, a faceless channel. It was a channel that I wasn't showing my face. I was showing my merchandise. I was showing a little bit of like the clip art or the stuff that I would order, and I would wear it myself, but I wouldn't show my face. Or I would prop it up. You take the pictures with the white background, or you out in nature. Then then I started doing like a lot of the rain sounds, like rain sounds, meditation. My channel was all over the place in the beginning, man. It was the Experience brand, right? And I love it because you gotta start somewhere, right? And so I'm doing all these videos. I don't mean to laugh, but I'm doing all these videos, faceless content, and which is nothing wrong because there's a lot of successful pages like that. I watch them all the time. Sound bath, healing forks. I used to create like channels like that, and then I remember the conversation I had with a friend of mine where they were encouraging me to do some of my motivation talks, or my motivation speeches or inspiration speeches, just to kind of just inspire the people because they felt that I was really inspirational when I spoke. And that started something, that started the talks that I have now, where I get on here and I talk about things where you can tap into your truest potential and, um, tap into your highest timeline and everything like that. And as I said earlier, the channel was still the Experience brand because I was talking about things that I had experience with. So that was the reason why my channel initially was named the Experience brand in the beginning. However, I remember I was watching this YouTube channel, this lady, I can't remember her name, but she was talking about how important it is to niche down. And she was talking about the importance of when you niche down, it puts everything in perspective for the viewer. And at first it was kind of like, the thing with the truth is like, of course it sets you free, but it triggers you at first. It could be a positive trigger or a negative trigger, but the trigger happens. And, the thing that it triggered is that I was like all over the place. I used to be all over the place, which it wasn't nothing wrong with that. I definitely wanted to showcase all my different skills. But see, the thing is with when you are creating pages, people pick up on that. You the collective pick up on that, and y'all know. Okay, he's creating all kind of stuff. I'm gonna check back in when he niches down. And so what I started doing is I started niching down. I started, only creating content where I started showing my face. I was at the beach a lot. And after about a month or two, I decided to change the name to the Ocean Experience. All right. Because I'm always out here. I'm always at the ocean. And every time I'm at the ocean, there's an experience. All right. And the experience happens not when y'all see the glasses, not when y'all see the seashell chains and all this type of stuff. The experience is the stuff that I am studying or I'm learning when I'm not on film. All right. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly doing my homework. I'm constantly learning myself, learning my journey. And I'm in a space where I am open enough to share. And that was kind of like me breaking out of my comfort zone because I was, as I said earlier, I started my channel. I did not want to show my face at all. It was kind of like, why would I do that? You know what I mean? Now I love that I did that because y'all, there's so many people all over the world who subscribe, or, there's people who just watch my content. They love to watch my content whenever they see it, even though they haven't subscribed. And I'm very grateful for them as well. It's always appreciated for the subscriptions. However, I don't push people necessarily. I always suggest it, but I don't never push it on people to subscribe. But it's always greatly appreciated. And whether the collective is passing through or they decide to subscribe, it's always met with gratitude and appreciation. And I started slowly building the brand because, and I was talking about this before. I was going through a space in my life where I was kind of healing a lot of things. And I'm gonna be honest. A lot of time when you say you're healing things, it's not because something traumatic happened. It's because when you make the decision to look within, there are always going to be a lot of things that maybe you never met head on, you never dealt with, you never handled, you never sorted through. And it could be anything. It could be childhood things, it could be things, you know, as a teenager, it could be things as a young adult, school, middle school, high school, college, not going to college, wanting to go to college and not going, or, you know, whatever it could be. I always took the time out once I made the change to naming it the Ocean Experience brand, you know, the Ocean Experience. I always, actually, no, to be honest, I did name it the Ocean Experience brand. If you look at some of my earlier videos, that was the name too. That was the second name. And then I niched down again where I just said the Ocean Experience, because I didn't want to brand this. This is not, I don't consider this a brand. I consider this nature, you know. And, you know, who am I to think I could brand nature? You know what I mean? I don't want to come in and like, oh, I created this experience. No, anyone that comes to the ocean can create their own experience without me. Y'all don't need me to create the experience. Y'all are the experience. What you perceive is your experience. So I took the brand out of the name altogether, and I just made a conscious decision to name this the Ocean Experience, because it's all about taking this energy that you experience when you come to the ocean and you bringing it into your world. Or some people go to work 9 to 5, or 3 to 11, or 11 to 7. Some people work, some people have careers, some people are business owners, some people own LLCs, some people own S corps, some people are entrepreneurs where they don't work for anyone, or they don't do anything special, they just make money, you know. And the embodiment that I want to create is that you can take this energy that you experience when you watch my videos, not me, I can get myself out the way, but y'all can take all of this and apply it to wherever you are in the matrix, or if you go to the matrix or not, or created your own style of living. You can create the peacefulness and the serenity of the Ocean Experience, how you perceive it, and apply that to what it is you do. And you know, in doing that, I became a lot more transparent. In doing that, you know, and it was a blessing too. You know, I made it less about me and more about you. You know, because, you know, the last thing I wanted to do too was I didn't want to make these, like, you know, just talking head videos, as YouTube would call it. I think it's funny, but I didn't want to make that kind of content where I'm just telling my life and, oh, today I went through this, da 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 da. I didn't want to do all that. I wanted to be like, let me give y'all some content that has quality, something that you can apply right now into your present moment, that can help you right now in your present moment to be your greatest version right now in your present moment. And I made a lot of conscious shifts just by going within. I healed a lot of things just by going within. And like I said earlier, it wasn't trauma that I healed. You know, nobody did anything to me. It wasn't nothing like that. You know, I wasn't faced with any kind of adversity that I'm holding back. It was a freedom. It was a freedom of, yeah, I did a lot of introspection. I did a lot of shadow work. I did a lot of healing. You know, and here I am. You know, with the homework. I did the homework. I passed the quiz. Here's the test. I passed the test. And you know, it wasn't to show y'all that I'm passing tests. It was to show y'all that y'all can pass tests. It was to show you that you can create the test and pass your own test. You know, you are the test. You against you, and you're gonna always win. You know, go ahead and hit that like button, man. You know, I just want to say real quick too, if you haven't done so yet, as of yet, one way you can definitely support the channel is y'all can like this content. Another way y'all can support the channel is y'all can subscribe to this content. Another way y'all can support the channel is y'all can share this with 2 or 3 like-minded people. And last but not least, if you feel inspired to comment, or if you have a question or any topic that y'all want me to tackle or hop into, definitely leave a comment if you feel motivated or inspired to do so. All of it is greatly appreciated. And if you don't want to leave a comment, that's appreciated as well, because I respect your space and I respect your time as well. All right. And I was talking earlier a lot about how much I love YouTube. And I love YouTube because there's no pressure, all right? Like, there's no pressure. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier. I'll talk about it a little bit, but if y'all want to know what I was talking about, it's in my last live video. I love YouTube because there's no pressure. Like, unlike the other apps, it's a confirmation. 2 confirmations. Hit that like button. Get on here. You can create a channel. Get on here and just watch content. You don't ever have to post anything. You don't ever have to post. You don't ever have to be in the mix or a content creator. And you can just vibe out. You know, you can get on here and vibe out. Okay, there go the moon. That's what I was trying to show y'all earlier. I was trying to show y'all this moon right here. You know what I mean? That's not clocking it. I know, I've seen that a lot lately, and I'm like, what is that? What when people go like this, what is that? And I'm like, oh, that must be when they do the stopwatch, where they have the little, remember back in the day, when people used to run races and they used to clock the time down to the second, down to the millisecond. So, you know, before, like a couple weeks ago, I'm like, what is this? What is that? I think it's funny, but you know, more power to the people that use it. I think it's you know, now I think it's genius, but you know, I mean, I don't use it, but I'll never use it, but I used it just now just to make a point, but that's not a part of the content that I create. But yeah, you know, I created this channel to be a channel so that you can get closer to yourself. You know, you can get closer to you. You can get closer to what you want to create for your life, what you want to be for your life. And you know, it's less about my healing journey and it's more about your growing journey. This is what this channel is always going to be about. I'm not going to ever be on here trying to sell y'all things. You know, now, guess what? I'm going to be honest. I definitely have some links in my bio. There's definitely some links there's a lot of links in my descriptions. There's going to be a link in the description under this video when I'm done of things that, guess what? I'm definitely selling them. You know, I definitely have a lot of artwork, some merchandise, one-on-one coaching. You know, I got all kind of stuff that I have on there, but you know, I don't really push it too hard because I don't feel like that's the premise of this channel. Even though I believe in everything that I put in my description, I'm just not a pusher like that. I don't like to push it super heavy. I'm more about your personal growth and your personal development, and you getting more in touch with you. You know, it's, you know, I want to really kind of get myself out of the way. I said that maybe 2 or 3 times in this video, but you know, that's kind of where I'm at with it. And I'm here, like, yo, check it out, the sun is going down. Oh yeah, I love it, man. Fire, man. I'm very grateful for everyone who commented. I'm very grateful for everybody who liked this video. Man, y'all are really, you know, blessings, man. I'm very happy with the direction of the channel, you know, and I'm very, very happy. I'm very grateful, very appreciative for all of the current and new subscribers who have tapped in. And you know, I know my lives have been all over the place. I think what I want to do, I want to start sharing when I'm going to go live. I think I'm going to start putting a timetable. I'm going to put a timetable in the community page where I post that, just to kind of give everybody an update on when I'm going to go live, what time I'm going to go live. And you know, I kind of wanted to just be open. I want everybody to be able to just hop in and leave a question or comment, so we can just kind of like tap in with one another, so that, you know, if y'all have any questions, I can answer them. If y'all have any content ideas that y'all want me to speak on, I can kind of jump into those, you know, because I want to kind of definitely leave it where you all can inspire the kind of content you want to see next, and then I can speak on it so you can get my perspective. And then this can be more of your channel, even though it's still your channel. This channel that I created is not mine. It's for all of us. I want you all to be super involved. I want you all to be more into it, in that aspect where get more of the kind of content that y'all want into the front of the line. And then, sporadically here and there, y'all can touch base with me and I can give y'all updates on my life, or, I can sprinkle in some little life updates and milestones and ascension marks to the journey. But, kind of, I want to, like, my goal is I want it to be less about me and I want it to be more about y'all, you know. And I was making a comment in a few lives back about how we are entering the age of attention media. This is attention media, where things that you do that bring attention are the things that will keep you, the consumer, interested in the content that is being created. And it's not about fame or notoriety or being a household name. It's about y'all, because you are dealing with real things in your life. You are dealing with real circumstances, situations. You are real blessings. You are dealing with, whatever it is. And I want y'all to be able to hop into the live or hop into the videos that I create and find that instant inspiration and motivation to do things that maybe you were on the fence with or you were unsure about. Not that I would ever say that you were unsure, but just things that help you bring clarity to what it is that you're gonna do anyway. I want to be able to give you that confirmation that is well needed, so that you can just go into your next phase of your life journey with confidence and aspiration, aspiring to just be great with everything that you're doing. That's kind of the premise of the channel, this channel right here. And that's why I love that word channel. Channel means it's like a bridge, it's like a tunnel. Like, you're going from your reality, you're going from that reality to your present reality. And it's like a bridge. It's like a bridge going from your highest timeline to your best timeline. You're going from blessing to blessing. Not being in between blessings, but you're going from blessing to blessing. And that's kind of the inspiration and the motivation behind the Ocean Experience. All right. Y'all see I'm creating videos. The sun was out, it was bright, now it's getting orange, Miami Vice style. For those of y'all who used to watch the show back in the 80s, I'm kind of telling my age a little bit. Thank you if y'all think I look young. If y'all think I'm looking young, thank you. I appreciate it. I take that. I respect you for that. Sending y'all love for that. Appreciate you all for that. You know what I'm saying? The sky is beautiful, man. Look at that. You got the purple, you got the blue, you got the white, and you got the orange, and you got the red. Man, awesomeness. I'm here, and I'm very grateful for all the people who are checking out the content. And I think I was telling y'all a little bit earlier about some of the services I provide. I definitely providing some services. If y'all feel inspired and y'all want to tap in with me, tap me in, as they used to do in wrestling. Tap me in, And I have a few services. I have some I have some merchandise. I'm still building the website. I gotta tweak some of the links for the website. So you know what I'm saying? I gotta tweak some of the links for the website, but if not, I still got the links anyway. I'm still on the fence with the website. I did build one, but I'm still tweaking everything. I want everything to be just right. So I don't want to, go too crazy with it, but I just want to create a hub where people can kind of connect and link. You know what I mean? But anyways, a lot of my services are there. If y'all, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have a few that I just added. But I have the one-on-one coaching consultation. I got my time frames on there. If y'all want to hit me for the Zoom call, we could definitely do a Zoom call. Also, if you all are interested in my merchandise, I have a merchandise page where I'm creating merchandise weekly, you know. And then also too, if y'all are interested in some of my books, I am a illustrator. All right. I have a lot of books that I illustrated on Amazon.com. It's over there. Definitely hit my links. I have links in my description. Also, I have some journaling books. I mean, hey, let's get into it. I got the journals going. If you are into, if you are a scribe, right? If you are a scribe, if you are the person that recall, if you are an astral traveler and you like to do dream recall when you first wake up or before you go to bed, you want to write down your thoughts and your emotions, your feelings, and your dreams for the day, definitely tap in to my description where I have my links to my Amazon books, okay? And just know anything y'all purchase will support the Ocean Experience and the Joey Digital brand going forward. Okay, it will, anything you purchase will push this channel to create more content and to create and do great things. All right, so if you want to do that, I have a lot of books. All the artwork on the front of the books are illustrated by me. All of the artwork is illustrated by me on the merchandise, and you know, all is good, man. All is well. With all of that, I definitely want y'all to know about that because, as I said earlier, I don't try to sell, I don't try to upsell a lot of things. I just try to get y'all in the know. But, my primary focus is I want y'all to become your greatest version. I want y'all to become the one that steps into your highest timeline with confidence and courageousness. And, carpe diem, seize the day. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to be able to seize that day. Seize that. You know, you are visionaries and you seize that. Yes, I did that word. But yeah, man. We're here, and the vibes are great. It's getting a little bit dark. I think I'm gonna probably stay on for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna tap out. But I'm just here, and I want y'all to know that whatever it is that you set your mind to doing, you can do that. You can do it. You are great. You are abundant. You are magnificent. Okay. You are worthy. Okay. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of self-love. You are worthy of receiving love and giving love. You are worthy of prosperity, financial abundance. You are worthy of blessings upon blessings. You are worthy of peace, rest and peace and joy. You are worthy of so much more than anyone else can take. You see it, and I see it. Everyone else has to play catch up, and not catching up with you, but catching up with themselves. It's all good, and it's nothing wrong because we're all one decision away. And just know that you are being shown that you are the beacon of light. You are a beacon of hope. You are a beacon is okay. Pretty much a beacon is a light that shines in the dark. Okay, whether you are being shown a light to get out of the end of the tunnel, or you are being shown a light to illuminate your space so that you can see all of your blessings. All right, amidst the darkness, every light is essential, different, and unique. Okay, just like you, we are all essentially different, unique, and we have qualities. You know, these people are playing this music. It sounds fire too, man. I don't know what they sound like. Sound like The Weekend or something. I'm with it. I like it. I'm vibing. You know, hey, hey, look. I don't know if y'all can see. It is what it is, But we out here, man, and you know how it is at the beach, man. Like I was talking about this the other day in one of my lives. The music be the music be bumping. The music be bumping out here, man, and they just out here playing everything. Um, y'all let me know in the comment section what's your favorite songs, man. You know, I like everything. I like all the music. I like all music. I'm one of them. I'm one of them people. You know, I don't care what it is. If it's coming from what you experience and you talking about it, or if it's something that inspired you to make a song about it, I love it. As the honorable great Nipsey Hussle would say, if you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Look at that sky, man. Out here, man. Look at this, man. I got the chain going. I got the light glaring. Look at that. Yeah. But I just here, man. I'm really appreciative for everyone who's been checking out the live content. Um, my heart is full with gratitude and appreciation for you all, and I just, I just wanted to kind of give y'all the premise of what this channel is about, and I definitely made my point. I made like two different versions of the point, um, of my purpose and the point of the channel, and a lot of people popped in on the live this time. I'm very happy about that. And y'all been really loving the lives. Like I'm very happy that y'all been at your earliest convenience, because I know my collective, man. I know y'all be super busy, man, chasing y'all goals and dreams, and not even chasing them, not even chasing them, not even chasing the goals and dreams, but just being a magnet, attracting your blessings, attracting instead of chasing, But for the premise, for the sake of the point I'm trying to make, y'all out here chasing your goals and dreams, and y'all doing a lot to make things happen and to manifest greatness. So I get it, I'm not expecting everybody to be that subscribed to me to pop in on the live exactly when I post the live, because y'all, to be super fair and honest, y'all don't know when I'm going live until y'all see the thing lighting up. Excuse me. That's a confirmation. And I just try to keep it super fair, because I respect y'all so much, and I know that y'all have a lot of things going on. Some of y'all are raising families, some of y'all are chasing aspirations and different ways of making money, or trying to create a way where y'all can relax and rest more. So everybody's on their own path, and I'm very grateful that everyone gets an opportunity that does take one, that they get the opportunity to kind of sit and, even if you just watch 2 minutes of my content, you are appreciated, you are loved, and I'm just very happy that y'all have been checking out the Ocean Experience. I'm gonna take these glasses off because y'all already know the sun is not out anymore. I don't want to be, I don't want to be like that, where it's already dark and then I got the dark glasses on, and then I'm just out here stumbling on seeing. I'm sure y'all gonna laugh at me if I fall. I'm just playing with y'all. But yeah, man, I've been definitely thinking about doing some more content with some crystals. If y'all are interested, let me know if y'all wanna um, want me to do more content based on the crystals, because y'all know that last video that I made about the crystals with the what do you call it, the with the AI. I did some stuff with some AI. I did a video where I was interviewing the AI about what the crystals do and metaphysical properties and everything like that. That one was a hit, man, and y'all really loved the information that I was getting y'all, and that was one of my favorite videos that I created. Even though I've had a lot more deeper videos, I've definitely created more videos that were deeper than that one. But that one right there was, I like to call that entry level video and an advanced video. So I'm very excited about that. I'm very elated that that video happened. Um, and yeah, man, the vibes are good, man. It's a lot. It's been a lot of musical chairs with the shifting of the energies. You know, as far as like in a lot of y'all's personal life, I'm sure, where like things are shifting around. Um, New people are coming into your life. People that you thought would stay are leaving. I just want to let you know, regardless of who comes and who stays, as long as you keep yourself, you'll never be alone. You know, as long as you stay to yourself, as long as you keep yourself and you inspire yourself and motivate yourself, you'll never be alone, whether anyone comes in or they leave. I don't know. I've been called to say that. Um, you know, especially with the Mercury retrograde energy, there's been a lot of old energy that has been coming back, and it's really there to observe. It's not to take any situations back or to, you know, maybe some of y'all it might be to welcome people back in. You know, and I'm not against that either. I think that's a beautiful thing if that's what you want to embody. You know, because everyone's in their own place, as I've been saying this evening in this video. I just feel like when you're dealing with Mercury retrograde energy, it's always 40/40 hindsight to show you what you have overcome. And it's nothing wrong with overcoming what you've already overcome. You know, because the second time you're being shown everything is the confirmation showing you, hey, remember that thing you overcame? Here it is. You overcame it, you know. And Mercury retrograde shows you how strong you are because it shows you a lifestyle that you once lived without forcing you to go back into it. And that's the best way to look at things, you know. It's nothing wrong with looking in the past as far as if you're marking your journey to say, hey, you know, I've been here before, I did that before, you know. But as we all know, we are going forward. We are like rocket ships, okay? We have no rearview mirror. We have no reverse. We have no rearview mirror. We don't intend on going backward the same way. When we go back, we don't go back the same way we came, just like a rocket, just like a spaceship, you know. We go forward. We explore space. We explore time and space. We come back with higher ascended knowledge. That's how we are. We are like spaceships in a sense. The only difference is you are like the spaceship you see yourself as. I'm like the spaceship I see myself as. You know, some of us may see ourselves like a spaceship with rockets on it. Others might see ourselves. Y'all might see yourself like a mothership. You know, motherships meaning, for those of y'all who watch sci-fi videos or who've been keeping up with a lot of the technology that has been shown as of late, classified. Of course, for entertainment purposes only. I don't know, neither here nor there. But a mothership is a place where the spaceships land, rest, and recharge, and then you get out of it, and then you go do other things inside of the mothership. You know, spaceship is basically to explore, but that's not the one that moves through time and space. The mothership is the one that goes to different galaxies. So yeah, this is kind of like where we are right now in the experience, and you know, I'm very happy for everyone checking in and checking out the content. And there's a lot of people who have been just popping in just to say hello or just to watch for a second, you know, and I'm very grateful for that. And I just want to let y'all know that I love y'all. I'm thinking of y'all. I truly appreciate every one of you with unlimited gratitude and appreciation, and I'm very happy that I got a chance to share. I'm very happy that I got a chance to share very special time and space with you, the collective. I'm very grateful for that. All right, I'm pretty certain that you could have been doing 100 different other things right now, but you chose to share your time and space here at the Ocean Experience, where it is encouraged for you to be your greatest version, where it is encouraged for you to be the work in progress as well as the finished version, whereas it is encouraged to change your mind even if you already made your mind. Okay, this is one of the many places in the world where it is encouraged. Even if you have your mind made up, it's still encouraged. If you want to change your mind, you're more than welcome. You know, even in the middle of the decision that you're making to stand firm, you're allowed to be yourself. You're allowed to be authentic. You're allowed to be genuine. You're allowed to be you. All right. So listen, I love y'all. I'm thinking of y'all. Okay. The sun was out. The sun ain't out. Okay. I'm out here. I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Go ahead, get some good food, relax. Probably hop on live tomorrow. Let me know if this is something y'all want to tap in with. Okay. Love y'all. I'm thinking of y'all. The sun is down, but the moon is out. No more clocking. Remember, I was doing that earlier. No, I'm not going to do that no more. All right. Listen, love y'all. I'm thinking of y'all. Go do something great. Go be great. Okay. And go and spread your love to the world. Okay. Because what would the world be without you? Okay. Love y'all. I'm thinking of y'all. See y'all in the very next video. Peace and love. Namaste.